Good morning everyone. I am Jagdish here to take mathematics class for you dear children. In the first standard, first chapter is number system. We discussed many things in the number system chapter. Can you glance once which are the points you have learnt? Dear children, we discussed about 5-digit number as well as 6-digit number. 5-digit and 6-digit numbers, place values and phase values of the numbers. Along with that, you learnt how to insert commas in between the numbers and forming greatest number, smallest number by using the digits. Finally, in the last period we discussed how to round up the numbers to nearest 10, nearest 100 and also nearest 1000. So dear children, in this period I am going to explain the last part of this chapter. It is Roman numerals. Before going to start the chapter, start the topic Roman numerals, first I would like to introduce our numbers. Daily we are using numbers. Which numbers we are using? We may use 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. By using these digits, we can form different numbers, varieties of numbers like 1 digit, 2 digit, 3 digit, 4 digit, 5 digit, 6 digit, 7 digit, 8 digits. N number of digits we can form in the numbers. So, who has introduced these numbers? Do you know? Who has given these numbers at first? Don't know? Very good. Here, these numbers are introduced by our Indians. Our ancient Indians are introduced these numbers from 0 to 9. So, these numbers are called as Hindu-Arabic numbers. Hindu-Arabic numbers. Dear children, why the word Hindu has came? In India, the maximum people who live, those are all Hindu, considered as Hindu. So, Hindu means Indians and Arabic means Arabs. So, Indians are introduced the numbers, whereas Arabs are spreads these numbers in the all over the world. Indians are introduced, they found these numbers, they used these numbers, but Arabs are used these numbers in all over the world. So, namely we called as Hindu-Arabic numbers. So, dear children, we are very proud to spread this information. We are using these numbers. These are called as Hindu-Arabic numbers. In all over the world at present, we are using these numbers only. Next part, it is Roman numerals. Who has introduced Roman numerals? Ancient Rome people. The people who lived in ancient Rome, they used some special numbers. They have taken these numbers from English alphabets. Do you know how many letters are there in English alphabets? How many letters are there? There are 26 letters are there from A to Z. There are 26 letters. But Roman people did not take all the 26 letters. They have taken only 7 letters. How many letters they have taken? Only 7 letters. Which are those 7 letters? Have you seen anywhere? You just think it, remember it. The first one is I. They have used as I. Second one, V. I, V. X. They use X. L. C. D. And M. These are all the letters. Only 7 letters. Roman people are used to count the things, count the coins. Then What is the value of I? What is the value of B, X, L, C, D and M? We should discuss here. Okay? How many letters are there in the Roman numerals? There are 7 English alphabet letters. Okay? Observe here, children. So, in the Roman numerals, the letter I indicates that it is 1. I means 1. V indicates that, capital letters V indicates that 5. I indicates 1, whereas V indicates 5. Then X indicated that it is 10. X means 10. L indicate or L means 50. 50. C indicated it is 100. And D indicated that 500. And finally M indicates that it is 1000. Dear children, these are only the 7 letters. Count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 letters taken from English alphabets. They used to count the numbers. They used to count the coins. So these symbols used as give the numbers. Dear children, first you should know what are the rules to use Roman numerals. So have you seen road rules? There are some rules while you are moving in road. There are some rules in the classroom. There are some rules in your home. So similarly, while using rules, we should follow some rules. While using Roman number, you should follow some rules. Those rules are, we should discuss one by one. Okay? The first one, it is, there is no symbol for 0 in the Roman numeral. There is no symbol for 0 at all in the Roman numeral. And also for 0, 4 and 9, there is no specific symbol. No specific letters in the Roman numerals. Dear children, did you understand what is the first rule? There is no sign or there is no symbol for 0, 4 and 9. Second one is, the second one is very important. If you repeat these Roman letters more than one time, if you repeat the Roman letters in more than one time, you need to add it. Suppose you may add I. What it means? I means 1 plus 1, which is equal to 2. If you are using I, it means that 1 plus 1, it is 2. If you use 3 times I, then what it indicates? 1 plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 3. So, you may use for X. What is the value of X? X means 10. It is repeated 2 times. 10 plus 10 is equal to 20. Similarly, X. 3 times 10 is repeated. So, 10 plus 10 plus 10 becomes 30. So, this is the second rule. If you are repeating more than one time for Roman letters, it means that you add it and give the number. Tell the number name. Come to third rule. So dear children, you observe here how many times does the Roman numeral has repeated? If it is only one time, if it is I, it means that 1. 2 times 2. 3 times 3. Did you use here 4 times? Is it 4 times I is repeated? No, it is not possible. Maximum you can repeat the Roman letters 3 times. More than 3 times it is not possible at all. If you want to write it 4, you should not write I. So it is wrong. There is another symbol. If you want to write it 40, you should not write X 4 times. It is also wrong. Maximum of 3 times you can repeat the Roman letters. More than 3 times it is not possible to repeat it. Okay? This is the third rule. Come to fourth rule. Fourth rule it says that so for any greater number followed by smaller number, any greater number followed by the smaller number, you should add it. For example, you can take it the number 6. Can you write 6 in the form of 5 plus 1? How to write 5 plus 1? It is 5 means B and 1. I indicates that plus 1. So B is 5 plus 1. I is 1. Smaller number is followed by the greater number. It means that you need to add it and tell the number. It is 6. So you can tell 11. How to write 11? Xi. Smaller number which is followed by the greater number. Then it is 10 plus 1 is equal to 11. I hope you are all understanding. Smaller number is followed by greater number. You need to add and tell the number name. So this is the fourth rule. Dear children, now come to the fifth rule. Fifth rule, it says that smaller number is preceded by the greater number. Smaller number is preceded by the greater number. You need to subtract it. Then you come to, I told you should not write I as 4 times. So for 4, we can write IV. If you write the smaller number in left side, you should subtract it. So how to subtract? 5 minus 1. 5 minus 1 is 4. For 9, how to tell 9? IX. IX indicates that 10 minus 1. If you write smaller number in left side, you should subtract it. If you write the smaller number in right side, you should add it. This is the simple way to write it. 10 minus 1 is 9. Dear children, did you understand what is fifth rule? Fifth rule says that smaller number is in left side of the greater number. You should always subtract and tell the number name. Yes. Now I should proceed to the next rule. It is sixth rule. Sixth rule, it says that, so it's very simple. One smaller number is in between two greater numbers. Smaller number is in between two greater numbers. How to do? What to do? So, for example, 14. How to write 14? For 14, we can write it 10 plus 4. 10 plus 4. Here, for the symbol for 10 is X. Plus, for 4 is IB. For 4 is IB. How to write 14? X, I, V. First you should add 10. Then from the greater number, you subtract the smaller number. First write the greater number. Then next it is followed by the next number, and so you can write it 10 plus 5 minus 1. 5 minus 1 is nothing but 4. 10 plus 4 is 14. Amen. Proceed to the next rule. The next rule, the seventh rule is you should not repeat some symbols, some Roman letters you should not repeat at all. Which are those letters you should not repeat? V, L and D should not repeat. More than one time should not use it. This is the rule. Why? Because if you use V two times, V, what it indicates? It may 5 plus 5. So is it 10? For 10 we are having another symbol. It is X. So it is not possible. For 50 also, L. What is the value of L? 50 plus 50. 50 plus 50 is 100. For 100 also we are having another symbol. It is C. For 10 we are having X. Similarly for 500. Can you guess for 1000? DD 500 plus 500 is equal to 1000. So for 1000 we are having another symbol. It is M. So that V, L and D, it should not repeat more than one time. You can use it only one time. More than one time, it is not at all possible. Dear students, these are all the 7 rules while using Roman numbers. You should follow it. Okay? Shall I show it how to write the numbers from 1 to 50? From 1 to 50, I'll just show it to you. Please follow it and also you should write along with me. While writing on the board, you must write it on your notebook from 1 to 50. And also after writing up to 50, I'll give some numbers to write it in your notebook for exercise part. Okay? Okay, dear children, observe here. 1. For 1, how to write? It is I. 2, I. 3, I. Generally, dear students, you have made one mistake while writing in the examination or while writing fastly in your notebook. You may have write for 2. You are writing like this. Is it right? Or for 3, you are writing I. So you can write at once only. You are writing 2 bars. One is at the top and another is at the bottom. Again, you are writing 3 lines, 3 ones. Is it right? Dear children, should not write it like this at any cost. So the best way, the correct way is to write is 1 is I, 2 is I, 3 is I. So in this way only you should write it. So 4, it is IV. 5, V. 6, VI. 7, VII. So for 6, 5 plus 1, 6. 5 plus 2, 7. 8, VII. I should repeat maximum of 3 times. More than 3 times, it is also not possible. Then 9, IX. So 1 is subtracted from 10. It means that it is 9. And 10, it is X. For 10, it is X. Now come to 11. How to write 11? 10 plus 1, it is XI. Then 12, XII. So here also you may have made mistake. For 10, for 11, you may have write like this. Dear children, it is also wrong way to write 11. So this is not 11. To write correct way is xi. For 12, sometimes you may write like this xii. So two lines. One is above and one is below. It is wrong ways to write it. Now come to 13. I. 13. 14. So dear children, 14, why explaining, why tell the rules? I inform you. 10 plus 5. 10 plus 4 is 14. 15. It is xv. So x is 10, v is 5. 10 plus 5, you are getting 15. 16. It is XVI. 10 plus 6 is 16. 17. XVI. 18. So XVI. 19. Should not write it for 19. So It is not possible, dear children. So how to write 19? For 19 can be written as 10 plus 9. 10 plus 9. How to write 10? X. How to write 9? Observe here. 9 is Ix. So 19 can be written as X. Should not write it as XVI. So you should always write it XIX. And 20, it is, if you are repeating 10, if you are repeating X 2 times, it is 20. Dear students, can you write it up to 50 or up to 100? The Roman numerals, you can write it. Anyone can write it. If you are following the rules, you can easily write it. Okay? Dear children, in your exercise part, some questions are given that to write the numbers in Roman numerals, Hindu-Arabic numbers into Roman numerals, and also Roman numerals into Hindu-Arabic numerals. I will explain those two, some problems, and I will conclude this period. Okay? Okay, dear students, these are the exercises questions which are present in the page number 15 in my practice 5 in your textbook. So write the following in Roman numerals. They have given Hindu-Arabic numbers. You should write it into Roman numerals. So first mind, it is 5. How to write 5? V. 7. V I. Again, once again, I am repeating you, dear students, don't write it V I like this. So when you are observing in the class, if you are repeating, then it is found that it is wrong way. Then come to, they have given 19. How to write 19? 19 can be written as X. Can you write 40? How to write 40? Can you repeat X as 4 times? X as 4 times 10, 20, 30, 40. Is it 40? It is not 40 because X should repeat only 3 times. Then how to write 40? It's very simple. For 50, it is L. From 50, which number if you subtract, you are getting 40? 50 minus 10 is equal to 40. Suppose if you are subtracting means, you should write it in right side or left side. Very good. When you are subtracting, the smaller number is always write it in left side. So for this number, it is right side, this is left side. So XL indicates that it is 40. Dear students, did you understand how to write 40? First you write 50. Then subtract 10. Subtract is nothing but you should write it in left side. If you want to add, then you should write it in right side. Yes. Then 55. Can you write it 55? So for 50, it is L. For 50, L. Then how to write 55? 50 plus 5. So 50 plus 5, you are adding 5. Adding means you must write it in right side. It is V. L. V indicates that 55. So in this way, if you are keep practicing this type of numbers into Roman numerals, you can easily understand. However, whatever the numbers will give, you can write it in Roman numerals. Dear children, now we have converted Hindu-Arabic numbers into Roman numerals. Now, in the exercise part only, they have given that some Roman numerals, then you should write it into Hindu-Arabic numbers. Which are the numbers given? So X, I. So observe here, X means 10 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. 3i means it is 3. It is 13. 10 plus 3 is 13. Am I right? Yes. Then X, VI. Observe here, X means 10 plus V means 5. Here, if the smaller number is written in right side, then you should add it. If the smaller number is written in left side, you should subtract it. So 10 plus 5 is 15 plus 1 is 16. X, I, X. Observe here, X indicates that 10, IX. So how they have written? Plus 10 plus I is written in left side, you should subtract it. 10 minus 1. So 10 plus 10 minus 1. It is 10 plus 9, which is equal to 19. XIX indicates that it is 19. So dear children, these are all the numbers given. Once again, you please practice all these numbers. If you are having any doubts, you can ask me in the regular classes. I hope you are all understanding, you are all enjoying to converting Roman numerals into Hindu-Arabic numbers and also Hindu-Arabic numbers to Roman numerals. Dear children, once again, who has introduced Hindu-Arabic numerals? Our Indians introduced Hindu-Arabic numbers, whereas Roman numerals are introduced by ancient Rome people. So Rome people are called as Roman. People who lived in Rome called as Roman. Those use the numbers called as Roman numerals. These are very interesting numbers. If you have seen the wall clocks, the clock will look very beautifully. So you can learn it. If you are having any doubts, you can ask me in the regular classes. Thank you everyone. Have a nice day. Bye bye.